automation is going to further concentrate wealth in the hands of the few who own the robots.
We need to think of a new social structure, new purposes for human beings.
I think ultimately we will have to have some kind of universal basic income. I don't think we're going to have a choice.
Techies like Adam are battling it out to own the machines that will replace jobs like lawyers, loan officers, doctors, and truck drivers. The result is likely to be a radical deepening of inequality that could challenge our very ideas about the nature of work.
There are bigger questions about what will happen to capitalism when scarcity is no longer kind of a factor, because that's what we're talking about. I mean, like when we build the tools that can fully automate these processes, then we're not limited by human labor to be able to put stuff together.
Millions of people are expected to lose careers in the next decade from various forms of automation.
The idea that everybody should have an income, independently of whether they're rich or poor, that comes from the collective. And then that can be the basis for them to unfold their talents and their creativity without having to do demeaning work. This is a great idea.
My plan, the Freedom Dividend, would pay every American adult starting at age 18 $1,000 a month or $12,000 a year. This would push every American adult to just below the poverty line, which is $12,770 a year right now.
The question is, where is this income going to come from? I personally don't believe it should come from taxation. And it shouldn't come from taxation for a number of reasons, one of them being political. If you take, for instance, a blue-collar worker that struggles all day in a factory or on a shop floor or working for Amazon, whatever, and you tell him, usually him, could be her, that another person will be sitting on the couch watching television, being supported by the state to do this, you are creating a huge political clash there within the working class. So I'm against that. But if you say to the population, independently of which social class they belong to, that these days capital is socially produced capital goods. Take, for instance, the capital stock of Google. To a large extent, it is produced by all of us. Every time we search something on the Google search engine, we are adding to the capital stock of Google. This is not just a consumer transaction. So if capital is socially produced, why are the returns to capital privatized? On what basis? To cut a long story short, my proposal has been for a number of years now what we call a universal basic dividend. So I believe that a percentage of all shares of all companies should go into a public equity trust, like a wealth fund for society, and the dividends should be distributed to every member of society equally. So a universal basic income, but the income comes from returns to capital, not from taxation.
So we have to take this chance to evolve and start thinking more deeply about, okay, what is the work we want to do? What is valuable in our lives? How do we reward and incentivize the work that we need more of for ourselves? And so I have some big ideas on this. The $1,000 a month is not the solution. It's a foundation. It's like the floor on which you can start building. But it gives us a chance. It gets the boot off of people's throats, and it gives us a chance to start measuring our economic progress in things that would actually matter to us, like our health and well-being, our mental health and freedom from substance abuse, how our kids are doing, how clean our air and water is, like whether we enjoy the work we're doing, things that might actually get us excited.